Most High of heaven because their pains and their swords, and repented not of their deeds.
Hold on and read it again.
This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 11. And blasphemy of the Most High of heaven because of their pains and their swords, and repented not of their deeds.
They blasphemed. You know, they blasphemed the Lord, meaning they spoke ill of the Most High. You know, because of their pangs. You know, because of the ill tribulation that they're going to go through. Go ahead.
Verse 12, it says, and the sixth angel poured out of his veil upon the great river Euphrates.
This is right before the nuclear destruction, because the seventh angel is going to bring forth the destruction. So this is the sixth angel, which is right before the destruction. Go ahead.
It says, and the sixth angel poured out of his veil upon the great river Euphrates.
Now, it's really a, you can say a veil. No, it's not a veil, it's a vial. A vial, like you had crack vials, if you will. A vial, especially back in the ancient world, you have a, like that's where you put, this is a vial. This is a vial. So when you open it, something comes out of it, like an aroma, like a, you know, like a genie in a bottle. You know, that would be something similar. You rub it and then something comes out of it. It's an aroma. So the vial, once the vial is open, this is being let loose in the atmosphere. So read it again.
This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial.
Which this is frankincense and myrrh, by the way. Damn, it ripped my garment. But it's all good. Go ahead.
It says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates.
Yeah, where's the river Euphrates? Syria. All right. Go ahead.
It says
Iraq as well. Yeah, because it runs all the way over. Go ahead.
It says, and the water thereof was dried up, and the way of the, it says, and the waters thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Yeah, the kings of the east is who? Starting with China, Japan, you know, moving more west. You know, you got the Ministans, all that, the Turkmenistan, and all them people, India, they all preparing for war.
They're gonna be involved,
Yup, Afghanistan, you know, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, all the way over to Israel.
North and South Korea.
Because the scriptures talk about how this thing gonna pop off from the east first. From the rising of the sun. All right, keep going.
Verse 13, it says, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Right, which represents who? America, all right, was one of the unclean frogs. You got DC, well that's DC, America's DC, well also too, not just DC, but you got the Pentagon, which is in, what's that, Arlington, right? Right?
Yeah, come on.
Alexandria, one of them, right? So you got America, you got, what's the other one? The Vatican, which is with the philosophy. And you got London, which is the financial district. All right, so those are, so you got the dollar and the finances collapsing. You got people either indulging more into Roman Catholicism or losing hope in Roman Catholicism. All right, and then you got war brewing from America. Drone strikes now, you know they're gonna be dropping bombs and all that. You know, because it said the water was dried up. Because you are going to have boots on the ground too, you know, from actual American troops in Iran, in Israel, which they're already there. They're just not on the forefront making any noise, you know?
American troops a while back, years ago, they were reported in Jordan.
Right, now that's the whole point of them actually going into Iraq. Why? Because Iraq is on the western side of Iran. Yeah. So if you control the eastern part of Iraq, you can penetrate the western part of Iran.
So is Afghanistan.
Well, that's the other side, I believe. That's the other side of Iran. So the war was Iran. The war was Afghanistan and Iraq. And now America's controlling those both sides of what? Iran, which Russia is at the helms and the forefront and the strength of Iran. That's why, going back to what I said earlier, you got going with the Cold War. Which that's nothing but a part of the Cold War again. Same thing with down there, Manasseh, Cuba, Fidel Castro, and all that. The Cuban Missile Crisis was nothing but the Cold War. How was Fidel Castro funded? Through the Russians. All right? And that's when you had, you know, the Green Berets trying to go up in there, but the Lord wasn't having it. The Bay of Pigs.
It wasn't that time yet. Yeah.
No, it wasn't that time. And then my man Che Guevara, he served them pigs.
Right.
You know? Which Che is an Israelite. I don't think, you know, people going into it, I don't think Fidel's an Israelite. He might be, I don't know, but he's really from Spain. And he's a Spaniard. Che had the zeal of his people. That's why he kept fighting. Fidel stopped fighting. He was like, I'm good, I'm situated. Then he started doing his thing. You know, so he might be an Edomite. Che kept fighting to the death.
Yeah, I think when he died in Bolivia.
Yeah, he died in, yep. I believe he's from Bolivia too. He died in his hometown. He ain't a prophet, but the scripture says, you know, a prophet is not, you know, wanted in his own city. You know, he wasn't a prophet, but he had the zeal for his people. And that was the whole reason that he went to war and everything. You know, because he seen the oppression of South America. We ain't mentioned South America.
Yeah, that was part of the Cold War too. Man.
Right, Venezuela.
Yeah.
You know?
The United States called South America their backyard. So
right.
they deemed Esau and his pride felt as though, look, we want to have control over all the governments down there.
Right.
That's in our backyard. We don't want Russia in there, you know?
Now Russia and China's up in there, and India is up in there. You know?
Yep. Now United States of America has a threat from Venezuela. You know? As far as you know, missiles are concerned, you know, different military actions that can be countered to America's aggression, man. So America has a lot of enemies on all sides, man. The scripture says, I have made thee small among the heathen, now are greatly despised.
Right. Yeah, bring that out, break it down, and close out.
Come on.
This is Joel chapter. This is Joel chapter 3.
I thought you were gonna bring one out of Obadiah.
What is it?
Yeah, it's in Obadiah, you know. But the Most High is making Esau's world small, man. Pretty soon he's gonna be a fugitive, man.
Yep.
You gotta bring it out.
Yeah, Obadiah 1:2 says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised."
Yeah, all these nations are starting to despise you, man. They despise Trump, you know, and they calling you out, man. And you got your own people even calling you out, man. You know?
I see, in Salaki, I just see how the Most High really made it manifest. Because when we went Ezekiel 38, it used Russia to be a guide unto those nations. It's to the point now, because those NATO nations, they're going to turn on America too, which was originally a part of USSR. So the Most High, man, this big ass movie he just set up just to fuck America up.
Yeah.
You know, just like the scripture says, you shall build, but I will throw down. You know, America is basically the Most High sandcastle. He's built up this nice place. It looks very good. Nobody wants to touch it until he comes over and just shoves that shit over.
Yeah, the potter had power over the clay. So the Most High created this fashion clay, man, magnificent. And at a point in time, he's just gonna throw it down, man.
Yeah, just break it.
Throw it
off one of these roofs, just throw it off a roof.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Something you've been creating, you know, for a long time. With that, man, we give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers pushing the word, sincerity and truth. Just keep on watching, you know. You know what it is at this time.
That's right.
You know?
Shalom.
Shalom.